Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crowdsourced challenge, where today we've got two jobs to do. First off, we have, just so you can see I'm not kidding, we got a great demand for milk after all the talk of, hey, I'm gonna sell milk during great demands as well. In the last episode, yeah, we got a great demand for milk immediately. Still waiting on that old great demand, I may force it. If you've been watching videos lately, you'll know that we are bringing this series to a close. And yeah, we're going to be starting to try to get the fields into kind of a ready-to-work state. So field 19 is done. Once the John Deere in here, once that finishes culture plowing it, that's field 19 done for good. Field 18 needs to be harvested. Field 15, I want to get the grass out of it again. So I'll mow the grass, make some hay, sell that, and then we'll call that a field as well. And when we've got all that done, I'll rent a truck and a trailer and we'll set up all the crops in storage, which, because we've got so much oats, this is going to be, it's going to end up with some ridiculously stupid amount. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not expecting it to be well over 100,000. Like, if you look at what we've got in storage, if I can show you, we've got 29,000 barley, 158,000 oats, 201,000 canola. You know, we're gonna get over 100 grand. Well over 100 grand. I wouldn't be too surprised if it's up near 200 by the time that I'm done selling everything. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna do more wheel spins, but I'll make that decision in a couple of days' time. But for now, I just want to sell off the milk, and I might sell off the manure as well, now that I think about it. Might not be the worst idea in the world, because we're not going to be needing that. I'm not planning on doing any more fertilizing. I have noted that people are bored of Marwell, so it is time to finish the series. And I just want to kind of work this out to the bitter end. I think we'll end the wheel spins as well. I think we'll just leave the rules as they are, and that's going to be it for the challenge. But don't worry, it'll come back in time. I am kind of... Here's the thing, I'm kind of trying to buy time because there's no maps on the map at the moment that I'm really looking to play. So I'm in this weird situation where I may end up having to spam Oakfield for a bit, which I really don't want to do. Oh, hello, I'm going to save so much time right now by doing something stupid. I totally didn't have this initially planned and then realized I didn't have enough money. We're getting the big M. Oh, hello, my beautiful green baby. Hello. Yes, this makes for a happy Dave. I don't care that I'm breaking the rules at the moment and, you know, well under the 10k. I want a big M. I want it and I have it. Even if it's least. So this is gonna make things a lot easier. I need to figure out the controls of this thing because I've not used it much. Oh, it's selected work mode is widespreading already. It's perfect. It knows what I want. I was going to turn the beacons on, then I remembered, no, there's a rule somewhere, I think, that is no beacons while working the fields. Possibly. I'm not entirely sure what the rules are anymore. Problem, this thing is slow as a wet week to unfold. Good grief. Come on, are you done now? You're done. Let's get more. Oh, yes. Yes. This is what I've wanted. This entire series. It's just an excuse to get a big M. Every series I've done so far, I've wanted a big M and not got one. And I've been very upset, so I'm leasing the big M for today. Possibly tomorrow. You might notice what time it is, so yeah. I'm gonna have a fun rest of the night, I think. I think I'll get this edited and rendered and then run downstairs and grab some Easter eggs. I've not actually had any chocolate today, which is surprising. Obviously I'm recording this yesterday. Not had any chocolate, so I'm going to go get some chocolate and then, well, once this is rendering anyway, eat some chocolate and, I might play some Assassin's Creed. I got Unity last week, and I've still not played it, so I might play a bit of that tonight. Instead of doing a flight on X-Plane. Haven't decided what today's stream is going to be, going back to YouTube time, I guess. Your guys' time. I haven't decided what today's stream is going to be. I'm thinking maybe Farm Sim, because I have spammed X-Plane a bit last couple of days, but I really enjoy X-Plane, which is kind of the reason that I'm doing those streams. Is I really enjoy X-Plane and, you know, flying the different aircraft types and figuring stuff out and wondering why yesterday the Challenger 300 randomly decided to slow down to 250 knots at every waypoint that I still haven't actually figured out. I think it might have thought there was a speed restriction only at the waypoints. But other than that, yeah, that's the only reason I could think of. I'm not entirely sure if that's actually the case. In any case, this is going to be way faster than normal because of the big M. I'm half thinking, you guys can shout at me for doing this, for even thinking this. I'm half thinking of getting a map and just starting with redonkulously huge equipment. Like starting on, not Aggravation. Aggravation's the only map that would really suit redonkulously huge equipment, but even then it's too big for the redonkulously huge equipment. Or the redonkulously... redonkulousest? Most ridiculous? Most redonkulous? I'm not sure what the correct term is. Yeah, Aggravation's too big for even the biggest equipment in the game. It'd just be boring and me using Courseplay to do literally everything for me. Because I get bored so quickly. Yeah, not entirely sure what map I want to play. Has to be from either the Mod Hub or FSUK. And I've got to like it, more importantly. Which rules out most of the maps that come out, because I just get a vendetta against them for no good reason. I just look at the PDA and I'm like, no, this isn't a map for me. No, this is wrong. I don't like this one. And there's no rhyme or reason behind... Excuse me. Could you please not? Right, we're moving with the Aggro Star because that's the tractor that's closest. Bloodman Baylor's ruining my fun with the big M. How rude. The rudiest trailer that ever did rude. Back to vaguely serious things. Yeah, I'm trying my best to find a map that I actually, you know, like. But it seems like my standards have gone from quite high in FS17 to impossibly high now for some reason. But every map that I'm looking at, I just don't like for one reason or other. So I might end up having to compromise with myself, I guess. I'll figure something out. I've just realised, by the way, that I'm going to end up with like 3 grass bales, because if I do this... Yeah, that's going to be 3 oh, screw it, I'll sell the grass bales too. Why not? Added funds. Added fun nonsense because I accidentally forgot to empty the baler when I was setting up for the Anderson DLC. Because I was really rushing it the night before because I'd forgotten entirely. Alley-oop. That is, of course, the correct way to turn the big M, is just to make it do a donut. Does this work faster than any other mowers? I'm not entirely sure. I think this works faster than other mowers, which is probably why I love it so much. And the fact that it's redonkulously huge, and I see this machine... I should be seeing it again soon, actually. It's coming up near silage season. And with the fact that I'm kind of going out and about a bit more and trying to get some exercise, yeah, I might... no, I usually see it out in the bypass, so I might not see it. But I did go for a walk. I don't think I mentioned this. I went for a walk the other day. I went over to the shop, and as I got to the end of the road, a fast track passed by. And as I went to cross the road, literally like 2-3 minutes later, not even that, case Maxim, I think it was a stop. Yeah, 135. Basically, this tractor passed by. Oh, without the wheel weights. It had different wheels. This is frustrating. They've got different wheel rims in Ireland. It might have been an older Maxim. But yeah, that was a kind of nice surprise. So the fast track, I think it was 7,000. Didn't take note of the model number, I just know it was a fast track. So it's always nice to see stuff that I, and I'm sure of this, saw in Farm Sim before. Always a bit of a nice thing to see, you know, to see stuff that you've seen in games. Games of stuff that you never really see all that much to a certain extent. I know that I live in a pretty rural area at the edge of town, so I do see a few tractors. But the ones in Farm Sim tend not to be the ones that I see, so it's kind of a novelty to see one that I have seen in game before. Or seen before in game or something like that. But I was gonna say something else and I've forgotten. One of those times where I go to say something and then instantly mind blank. Good. Good. If I do stream Farm Sim, today's stream will be on Marwell. As much as it's gonna tank, because seemingly my streams have just been doing really badly lately and I'm not entirely sure why. Those frustrating times when everybody's out enjoying the sun and I'm indoors trying to stream and nobody wants to watch because they're outside. Which I think might be the entire problem. Oh well. Things I need to do in real life, like outside of games and stuff. I need to walk more, I need to get more exercise, I need to start taking fish oil tablets because they help with a lot of stuff and I still haven't looked for them and I really should, and that's probably something I'll do while the video's rendering actually. That wouldn't be a bad idea at all. So I might as well be open here. I've got, I'm shy. I've got an anxiety. I've got not an anxiety problem. Anxiety problems, plural, many of them. And I found over time that having like cod liver oil or fish oil tablets does help. It just, for whatever reason, whatever it does, it calms me down and makes me feel normal. So I really, really need to get on them because I've not been feeling normal for a while. Oh well. I don't know why I've decided this is the line that I want to use to mow the grass, but it is. And I'm fairly certain at this point this is just plain faster than using butterfly mowers, even though it's a slight bit less wide. I do prefer the Big M. Okay, real talk, real actual farming talk. Prefer the Big M 450, 420, 400 series, I guess, over the 500. Simply because when it's folded up, you actually can see the road. With the 500, especially the versions that came in game, I can't speak for the real thing. The front mower was always in front of the cab, and that struck me as being stupidly dangerous and not something you'd ever want in a vehicle. Whereas this, and I know from seeing it driving around on the roads, the front mower just kind of lifts up and the sides fold in, which is, number one, great for visibility, number two, probably a lot safer. Granted, the side mowers do just fold up with the kind of the blades somewhat on show, but they're not really dangerous per se, because you got to really put effort in to get your hand into the blades while this thing's on the move. And by the time you got your hand into the blades, you've been hit by a Big M. 6230 hours finished in field 19, so that's that field donezo. For the entirety of the series, that's going to be it. I'm not going to touch that field anymore. Kind of sucks that I didn't end up getting any more fields. With the exception of field 23, which I'm conveniently going to forget that I have. Just stop you, close course, turn you off. How come the tractor stayed on, but not the Big M? Did the tractor stay loaded or something? The Big M was further away! Or the tractor was further away, even. Does not compute. I forgot to turn on the Big M, so I'm just going to mow in reverse real quick. There we go. I don't understand the logic by which random stuff gets turned off when you tab out of it, because that tractor just seems to never turn off unless I tab to literally the other side of the map. But the Big M turns off if I even go to the tractor. I don't understand it. Ooh, something that I neglected to mention in the stream because nobody was there at the last stream, the Explain stream. Seriously, I know that I'm really shitting these Explain streams a lot. Mainly because every time I do one I get like 5 dislikes, which is hilarious because people get angry that I'm not doing Farm Sim and dislike. If you don't like it, don't turn on the stream, you gits! It's a game that I enjoy, it's my channel. At the end of the day, if I enjoy something, I'm gonna put it up. I actually make less money out of the Explain streams than I do the Farm Sim streams. There's literally financial incentive for me to stop doing them. But I enjoy doing them, and it's a fun little project I'm doing. And it lets me be a bit more me. But, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Damn it. Forgotten all of the words now. Good. Good. Channel news. I am about 95% certain at this point that whenever the payment from YouTube comes through next month, it won't be this month's payment, but next month's, because that's the way YouTube works, is they pay last month's money this month and this month's money next month. Whenever that comes through, I will be able to buy a 2070. And upgrade my PC. And the day that I'm doing that, I'm actually going to build a PC for my sister as well. Kind of been, talking about that a little bit. So there will be a day that I just take off when I get the 2070. The day that arrives, I won't stream. I'll let you guys know in Discord. By the way, Discord is the best place to go for like me announcing stuff because I keep forgetting to post it to Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, places like that. But yeah, the day the 2070 arrives, I will take off just to install it and then build my sister's computer up and just make sure that is going to run. Also, you know, just chill time for me because I probably don't deserve it, but I'll take it. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. The space news. You might have heard, you might not, that the SpaceX Dragon 2 capsule had an incident the other day. It was seemingly being tested at Cape Canaveral, and as far as I'm aware, the news hasn't come out of what exactly happened, but judging by the pictures, there were two quite decent-sized explosions followed by a lot of orange gas being released. And orange gas, when it comes to the Dragon 2, is probably dinitrogen tetroxide, which is, I'll put it this way, if you get some on your skin's gonna fall off. And you're gonna be very sick for probably months. It's one of the more toxic substances known to man. Not the most, but one of the more toxic substances. It's hideously bad for life. And it releases a nice orange gas, so you know where it is to avoid it. But with that seeming explosion, I'm gonna say seeming, from what I've heard, and this is from Scott Manley's channel, the Dragon 2 is a bit, yeah, shall we say, everywhere. Seemingly, it may or may not have had a quite large boomer on its hands through a failed test of some description or an abnormality. And it isn't exactly flight ready anymore, or ground ready, or together. From what I've heard, it's been blown to smithereens. Isn't exactly how you want a space capsule to be a month and a half, 2 months before you're supposed to be sending it up on an abort test. So that's probably going to be pushed back for a few months. Which means that the initial manned launch is going to be pushed back by several months. Unless, of course, they had like a spare Dragon 2 standing by somewhere for the manned launch that they can send off on the in-flight abort test, but they'll surely want to figure out what the hell went wrong with the explodey Dragon 2 first, because it wasn't supposed to explode, because SpaceX would have like said, hey guys, just FYI, you shouldn't go into this area around, you know, this certain time, and probably for like an hour afterwards, and probably an hour before. And we're gonna enforce a, you know, we're gonna get the police out to enforce a no entry zone. Mainly because we're going to blow something up and it's going to release a hell of a lot of toxic gas, which that's not something that is actually allowed. So SpaceX wouldn't have intentionally blown the damn thing up. I think they wouldn't anyway. Usually releasing dinitrogen tetroxide is not exactly the most legal thing, because, you know, it's horrendously bad for the environment. In that it just kills things. That's all it does. Also, it's one of the many types of rocket fuel. Another type of rocket fuel is, if you combine it, water, hydrogen, oxygen, even. which is, so many people don't realize this. The Saturn V and most rocket upper stages burned what's known as by space nerds as hydrolox, which is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen in about a 2-to-1 ratio, which, you know, gets burned, releases a lot of energy, and the only thing left over, the actual exhaust, is literally just water. It's just water. I think the space shuttle had hydrogen oxygen thrusters, I believe. A few rocket stages, usually upper stages, but I think the space shuttle ran off hydrolox. Which is why it had that huge orange tank that was actually a really, really heavily insulated hydrogen oxygen tank. The Saturn V upper stages, I think, were hydrolox. I think the second stage was. The first stage was... I think the first stage was... I should have looked this stuff up. First stage would have been RP1, which is higher refined kerosene. Which, if you don't know what kerosene is, you know those little camp stoves you can get, those little you know, liquid gas bottles on the bottom? That's kerosene. Used to also be used for lamps back in the day, just before electricity, kerosene lamps. I think it's sometimes used as starter fluid. It burns really well. And if you refine it a silly amount, it becomes rocket fuel. But that is this field done. This is definitely faster than using butterfly mowers. I can now confirm this. Because I distinctly remember doing this field before with butterfly mowers and not getting anywhere near done the length of an episode. So let's return this. And as I do so, I will say, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching the Crowdsourced Challenge on Marwell Manor Farm and Farming Simulator 19. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe and leave comments below and stuff. I'll be back next time. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.